All right, friends, it's T-Man. I'm back with another video again on JasonBlaha. Man, it never ends with this guy. I think he's just, especially the weekend, he's up all day, all night uploading videos, nonstop, saturating the internet with his crazy videos. But all right, I'm gonna review this video. JasonBlaha, the lifting gym slave, says, yes, we should be celebrating the 1,000 pound club as a major milestone. And then he has a thing here. It says, inquire about coaching services, Juggernaut Fitness. Oh, he's not a juggernaut. But okay, whatever.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would sit down and do another video for you guys and gals. But let me get a sip of my water first. Get my beautiful radio voice going, and let's talk about this. All right, on to the topic of the 1,000 pound club. I see this come up a lot with newer lifters, and a lot of people talk about it, they make a big deal about it, and I'm going to say it should be celebrated. Now, that's going to sound funny coming from someone who's been a big part of the hardcore strength world, because you'll see...
Oh, the hardcore strength club. You mean the steroid club? But I can guarantee all of you, man, if Blaha went off his steroids, all his lifts would go away. They would disappear. They would disappear. That's why he's still on steroids. It's to maintain the phony lifts. Yeah, man.
That kind of made fun of by serious power lifters. Oh, 1,000 pound club. But
what kind of coach is this?
here's the thing.
Oh, an artificial coach.
The average person in the gym has not been competing in powerlifting for 5 years.
Why would they want to be competing in powerlifting, the so-called average person that goes to the gym? Gyms are not for competitors. People don't compete in gyms. You know what they do? They lift to try to get better, become a better version of themselves. That's all.
Hey guys, we need some context for this. In fact, the average guy in the gym probably is going to never be over 200 pounds if he cares about.
What is this average guy in the gym? What's average to Blaha? People on steroids, off steroids, people that are actually getting adaptations, or people that are adapted?
Being fit, he's probably going to be under 200 pounds. It's 90 kilos body weight for my...
Want a gambling experience?
For my other people. And so that total would be something like maybe a 440 kilogram total. Something like that, right? Have I got the math right? Or 20, something like that. All right. And for those who don't know what I mean by the 1,000 pound club, what do we mean? Your squat, bench, and deadlift combined together has a 1,000 pound total. I think it should be celebrated, and I'm going to cover why. And again, I'm very aware I've had clients who are not even at super heavy body weights who can crack past that total without even deadlifting, just their squat and bench. Okay? We are...
Man, this guy's fucking delusional. Blaha is what I would call an insane person. Him and these stupid ass lifts. He's a sick person, insane, on drugs. Gotta take these drugs to lift a heavy weight. Oh God.
I know I've had some clients like that, but that is not the norm.
That's not the norm. Look, I had some clients like that. Look at this guy. How many plates has he got? 2, 4, 6, over 6, 7 plates on there. Yeah, okay. I took some drugs and now I can lift a heavy weight. 6, 7 plates. Yahoo.
That's, again, ultra crazy elite.
I took a drug to destroy myself so I could lift the heaviest weight. 500 wasn't enough that, most natural people could do. 400 to 500. I have to do 7, so I took drugs.
Crazy elite.
Yeah, crazy elite. Crazy elite. Fake elites. Okay.
Here's the thing I want people to think about with that. When you start talking about the average person's goals, how about my client? Because you guys remember I did those videos talking about Chris and...
Average person goals. The average person doesn't even know this, that the gyms are... They don't know what they're doing in the gym, okay? They don't know it's based on an adaptation system to get more adaptations. They don't even know what that is. They just do the same exercises day in and day out. I see average people in the gym, okay? They do the same exercises day in and day out, and they are not changing whatsoever. I come into the gym within 3 weeks and I've changed. So what's the difference between me and these other people? Why aren't they changing? Why am I changing? See what I mean? Why am I changing? Why aren't they changing? I'm the average lifter. I'm an average lifter. I don't compete. I don't do any of these things. I'm an average lifter, but I've changed rapidly in 3 weeks, and they haven't changed in a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. They're still coming in there doing the exact same exercises. Do they not understand that it's based on an adaptation system? And here's the thing. If you're not changing, why are you still there? Why are you still there? See what I mean? In limbo hell.
When a lot of people chimed in, I had some people, oh, you're promoting mediocrity. Others are like, no, he's right. That physique looks good. To the average person, that guy looks...
It's like this. If you're lifting and your lifts are not going up, then what is the point? If you're trying to build, if you're building muscle and you're not building, what's the point?
really good and really in shape.
This is average. This is just some dude, an ectomorph body. Why does he show this picture all the time? Maybe to make himself feel better, I think. I think it's to make Blaha make himself feel better because his drugs don't even work.
Okay. Chris was just over 1,000 pound total. He dieted down to about...
Chris was 1,000 pound total? What?
165 pounds, maybe, I put him maybe 14% body fat.
That's all he needs to do is get even skinnier. 165 pounds ectomorph. Jesus, man. Isn't, he's taller than, is this guy taller than, fucking, what's his name? Alpha Destiny, who's like 160 now, he says. At 5'4".
We did a little extra shoulder, a little extra arm work, which we did a lot of shoulder work. And he looked good, right? You guys saw the video.
164 is weak. Is pure weakness. I don't care how much that guy could lift. He's fucking weak, man. Physically, he's weak.
I've linked a few of them. Okay? But to the average person who's going to the gym, who wants to get in shape, they want to look good at the beach, they want to look good in a suit, they want to look good in a t-shirt. They want to look appealing to the...
Yeah, they do. That's the major part. The majority of people that do come to the gym, they come there because they want to look good. Yeah. That's the whole point. That's why they're coming there. The majority of these other people trying to lift heavy or whatever it is they're chasing there, it's for other goals. But the majority of people are trying to look good. Yeah.
Average person, that pretty much nailed it. But what were his performance numbers like? See where I'm going? Just over 1,000 pounds, he would...
Again, performance numbers. How many people in a factory lifting these heavy boxes and stuff turn around and say to you, hey man, I'm looking to see if I could perform better, how many heavier boxes I could lift or whatever. How many people do that in a physical job, even on a construction site? Let me see how many cement blocks, how heavy I can lift them and put them over there. The least amount of work. They want to do the least amount of heavy work because they know they're going to be there for 6 hours working. And so instinctually, your brain and your body tells you not to lift heavy, to do the least amount of work. That's the whole point. So you don't wear yourself out and die. Yeah, man. But you get these crazy people that come to the gym like, I don't know, CrossFitters and whatever else. Crazy people lifting crazy heavy weight, destroying their body. They want to keep up with the steroid people. The natural people are even more insane because you get one insane person injecting steroids, molecules to lift a heavy weight, and they scream and yell like the crazy, the freak twins, the two freak twins over there lifting heavy weight on steroids all day. The Trent twins. They're insanely mad, crazy, sick. You understand? Sick people. And then they know they appeal to the other sick people that are out there watching them. But yeah, man, it's crazy. So you get natural people that see these steroid people lifting heavy weight and they think, well, I gotta do the same thing. Not to say that a natural person can't lift heavy or whatever. Sure, yeah. It's an adaptation process as well, right? But you can only lift so heavy, and the steroid person will always outlift you because they're using artificial means to lift the weight. They're injecting, bro.
He was benching about 250.
So here's the question. Does it really matter how much you're going to lift? Some guy is going to come around with poor genetics and he's going to inject himself with a bunch of steroids, and then he's going to outlift you and make you feel what? Inadequate. That's the whole point. People want to make you feel bad. That's why they take the steroids. Look, the people with the poor genetics, they take the steroids and then they get the freaky genetics, the fake ones. And then they come around and it's to make you feel inadequate. Though you're going to go, well, people will put down natural people, but forget about that. The people, they want to make you feel inadequate. They see you lifting a heavy weight and you're beating them. They take injections and then they come in the gym and they lift heavier. And then you feel inadequate. You feel weak. That's the whole point. And then you're trying to build your physique, and then the guy comes around, he injects steroids, and then he comes around, he makes you feel inadequate. You look over at the steroid guy, and that's all you could do is bitch, complain, and scream. All these people about fake natties, this and that, they get all crazy and shit. I don't do that. I don't really care what people are doing in the gym. I don't care if they went to take a steroid to try to outlift me, or they took steroids to try to outsize me, or whatever it is the fuck they're trying to do there. I know in the long run it's fake and it won't last. That's the whole point. I really don't give a shit because I've outlasted all these people in my 50s. Do you understand me? And I'm actually just trying to reverse any aging that I've done to myself, any cellular damage or deterioration. I'm on a mission to reverse all that. That's why my whole point is to look younger and feel younger, so I can make you people feel inadequate. You understand me? Here's the thing. The steroid people that walk around, that's all nice. The steroid look and the steroid lifts and all that. But me, as an older person, I make them feel inadequate because when they look at me and they go, how old are you? And I go, oh, I'm pushing 57. They're like, what? Holy shit, how do you look like that at 57? I go, because you're not going to look like that at 57. You're going to look like that old guy down there with the bald head and the melted candle look called Blaha at 47. Get it? You're going to look like him at 47. But when Blaha reaches 57, he's going to look like that other guy over there, even older. And that's going to be all of you. Get it? You understand me? The cool part is being natural. Building your body natural, your strength, your body and everything. And building a natural look, physical look that could be young. And then that's how you make people feel inadequate. You understand me? That's how you do it. You do it naturally. You make them feel inadequate. The reason why the guy took steroids to begin with was because he felt inadequate. That's why he had to do it. And so he went there and he took it so he could outlift you, so he could outsize you, because he feels inadequate. But you're still an inadequate person because you're still doing it, and he's still jealous of you because you were able still to do it naturally. You understand me? To a limit, of course, to a limit. But so they feel all inadequate, these people. That's the whole issue. That's what's going on there. And Blaha feels inadequate. I know that.
Squatting about 350, pulling just over 400. So if you take 250, 350, 400.
Yeah, 350, 500, 400, just pulling. Yeah.
We're at 1,000.
Yeah,
you can pull
1,000.
over that. So,
Yeah, we're pulling 1,000. Yeah. You're inadequate, dude. And wait till you reach 57. I can't wait to see what Blaha's going to look at 57. If you think he looks like a melted candle now, wait till 57, bro. He's going to be so aged, he's going to look like grandpa.
It edged him just past it. And he dieted down to a healthy body fat, and what's the result?
He hates my channel. That's why he keeps trying to hit me with stuff with YouTube, constantly trying to take my channel down. Like he did my last one with the copyright. Because he's so jealous of me, because he's inadequate. He sees himself as inadequate, and he hates people that are actually genetic phenoms like myself, that can actually do it real. And he can't say to me, he can't come to my channel and say, well, this guy's faking it, or he's on steroids. He can't say Genetic Beast is on steroids or anything like that. You want to know why? Because he knows I'm not. That's why, because he knows I'm a genetic freak, get it? I'm a genetic beast, and he's not. Me, genetic beast, and Blaha is not a genetic beast, bro, get it? He's a genetic failure.
You got exactly exactly the sort of physique millions of young men and even middle-aged men join
But you don't. You don't have that physique. You don't have anything, Blaha.
a gym hoping to obtain. So when that topic comes up, and I look at it and say, the 1,000-pound club for someone who's at a reasonable body fat, right?
Boy, man. Okay.
Right, if you didn't bulk up fat to get there, you're down at a healthy, athletic, decently lean body fat, and you can do 1,000-pound total correctly. Once your bench pause, your squat needs to be...
You could do 1,000-pound fucking thing. This is the inadequacy talking. He feels he's inadequate. I told you, this is the manlet syndrome, the Napoleon syndrome. Alpha Destiny suffers from it. Omar Izov suffers from it. JasonBlaha. The majority of the influencers that are online, they all suffer from Napoleon complex. Me, as a tall person, a built tall person, I do not suffer from Napoleon complex. I don't give a shit about any of this. But they do, because they see themselves as inadequate. And if you see yourself as inadequate, here's the thing. If you see yourself like them, inadequate, then you too are suffering from Napoleon complex. You have an inferiority complex about you, that you feel inferior to people that are superior to you. See what I mean? Me, I've never had to compete with anybody. I've always competed with myself. I never built my body because I was feeling inferior or I needed to compete with somebody. I built myself in the past big and strong because I could. I had the money, the time, and the means. And I needed to figure out how this thing works. That's about it. That's why I did it. It was an experiment, and then it stayed. And that's it. And I moved on, okay? And it happens relatively fast. Success is a very short window. It isn't, I'm going to hang out there forever.
Yeah, talking real lifts. Are you going to look pretty good?
Real lifts?
I'm going to go on a limb and say any adult male who can hit the 1,000-pound total and they're 15% or lower body fat.
Man, this is mental illness speaking again. This is his mental brain speaking. It's stupid.
To the average person walking down the street, they're going to say, that guy's fit. That guy has a pretty nice physique. That is what they're going to say. Not
Of course they are. The nicer the physique, the better. The more attractive you will become. What do you think people are in public? They're attracted to good-looking people. And they treat you how they see you. You understand me, Blaha?
Granted, they might need to do a little bit extra arm work. I'd say maybe you should be able to do at least 10 chin-ups or something in there. Obviously you would want to do a little bit of extra work for some of the show muscles, of course, right? Obviously, wouldn't hurt to do some biceps, little bells.
Look, the better I get in the gym, the more people are eyeing me. Here's another thing. The more I pose the better I get on my videos, in my conditioning, in my videos, the more people are going to watch me. They're not going to watch me because I'm a failure in a gym like Blaha. They're not going to watch me like, oh, well, he's failing. Oh, smelted candle. What is the point? You understand me? The point is to create change and to look better. That's why people are watching. Look, why are people watching Sam Sulek even though he's fake? They're watching him because they're drooling. They're inadequate people. They're watching. It's the inadequate people that are watching Sam Sulek. That's why the numbers are so high. You say, who's watching Sam Sulek? It's the average person drooling over him. The inadequate, mostly the inadequate people are watching him. They're inadequate. Look at the people that line up for him to get his signature when he shows up at these events. Now he's showing up recently at these events. People line up. They show up there. They want his signature. Look at them. They're all inadequate. They're all mostly young people, and they're inadequate. They see and feel and see themselves as inadequate, and so they try to visualize themselves through Sam Sulek. They go, yeah, but Sam Sulek, they don't realize he's fake. In the back of their mind, they're trying to convince themselves, no, it's real, but in fact, it's all fake. It's all facade. It's a facade. It's fake. It's drugs. It's a fake look. It's a fake muscle, fake pump, fake everything. So he makes them feel inadequate. At the same time, he makes his viewers feel inadequate. And then they're like, yeah, I'm inadequate. I got to be like Sam Sulik. I got to be like him. But guess what? None of them will become like him unless they take those drugs. And it's temporary.
Abs, right? Wouldn't hurt at all.
Why does Coach Blaha take steroids? Why does he take steroids? Because he sees himself as inadequate. He is inadequate. That's why he has to take steroids.
They're going to look good to most people. And isn't that why most people go to the gym? And
They're not going to become good looking going to the gym. Their face is going to stay the same, ugly. The body, even their body, depending on what type of body type they are, I can't tell you what type they are. So a gym is not going to make you look better. It may give you some size. It may lower your body fat. It can lower your body fat and give you some size. But it is not going to make you look beautiful. But it could make you look a little better than you are if you're fat and you want to go to the gym because, well, this is maybe the place that I could lose body fat. Well, in fact, it's really based on diet. It's what you're eating, really, to change your body, to recomp it. But okay, let them go to the gym and whatever. And then even then they fail at it because they keep eating the same food. They think that the gym has some miracle powers. Look around in the gym at the average people that are walking around. They look very average still. They haven't changed their average because they haven't really put in the work to really change. You understand me? They have an expectation that the gym has some magic powers that will change their physique, and it never changes. And so they'll just keep coming in there forever as a lifting gym slave forever, trying to eke out change when, in fact, change happens when you do very specific things, which they're not doing. And so there's no change. Yeah.
People to think about that. I know I've oftentimes run a very hardcore channel for very advanced lifters, but I've coached a lot of people starting from extremely low levels at this point. In fact, I've got a client right now who he couldn't even really lift at all. He couldn't even do a hip hinge with 20 pounds. We could barely do a body weight squat. A little bit older of a guy, run into some issues. Now, in just a few months' time, I've got him in enough shape, he's improved, and he's just like messaged me saying, hey. And it was a really, really nice message. He's like talking about, hey, I know I go on this trip with my, with my daughter and everything and my wife every year, and they go do this shopping. It's like a 6-mile walk, and I normally just stay home while they do the shopping because I can't handle it. It hurts. I can't walk on the concrete that long. I'm just in agony. It's like this time I did, and we walked 6 miles that day. And I feel perfectly fine.
Why does he need to walk 6 miles?
To me as a coach, is that as much of a success as when my guys gets to a 500-pound back squat or a 600-pound deadlift? I think that it is. I think that it is. Because even when he signed up, he's like, I don't know if you really want to take somebody from where I'm at. And I'm like, let's do it. I'll build you up. I can rebuild you. It's not a problem. Okay?
Let's do it. I'm going to rebuild you. How are you going to rebuild him, Blaha? You can't even build a natural person like client Client Michelle. So you're going to build up this guy, what? You're going to make him take steroids? Fake it?
And now he's starting to set strength goals. We just been working with dumbbells. Now he's like, I think I need to get a barbell setter. I need to go join a gym. I want to start doing real deadlifts. Right? When you coaching and you see that, you have to step back and assess. Most of us, I don't care who you are. Most of us, I don't care who you are, most of our audience, most of our clients are not going to be those elite powerlifters and bodybuilders. Okay? They're not, that is not their goals. The average person doesn't want that. So who are we putting information out for? Who are we trying to help? I, quite frankly, think that if your information is good enough to get the average guy to the 1,000-pound total, now I still hold those other strength standards. I think eventually people should reach those others. And other people think they're crazy. I don't.
This guy's insane, man. He's so sick. If that's your strength goals, my strength goal is to get to 1,000 pounds, and then what? And then once you get there, then what? Here's a question. Now that you reached your strength goal in lifting something heavy, then what? You have to maintain it the rest of your life? It's unmaintainable. You're going to get old one day. It's going to go down, even if you are taking steroids. Even look at Blaha. He has to talk about his lifts because the lifts have gone away, and he's on steroids to lift.
But if you can get them there and help them build the show muscles a little, and your information, you can get them.
I'll explain how this works. As you get older, the moment you reach 25, 30, you're losing muscle. Muscle is starting to go away. I'm going to the gym to build muscle. Yeah, you may be going there. I don't know what the hell you're doing there at the gym. But muscle, you're losing muscle at a very slow to rapid rate as you get older. And as you get older, you're losing muscle, and you keep losing muscle. If you don't build muscle, you're going to get very weak, physically weak, and you're going to lose power. Because that's where the motor units and your CNS and everything lies in. It lies in the muscles. So as you get older, you not only lose muscle mass, you lose muscle fibers. They go away, yeah. They disappear. So you lose muscle, you lose where the motor units and the proliferation of these androgen receptors and everything else that gives you force, production, and strength and stuff. So if you lose muscle, you lose strength. You get weaker. I said, but I'm going to lift a heavy weight as an old man. Yeah. I don't know too many people doing that in their old age. They'll lift the weight, but it ain't going to be exorbitantly heavy. It's better to build muscle, to get good at building as much muscle as you can, real muscle, myofibrillar growth, than it is lifting the heaviest weight in the gym. I'm not saying you shouldn't practice to lift a heavy weight, but how heavy do you need to go? Like, he's crazy, 1,000 pounds. See what I mean? How heavy do you need to go? You only need to go so heavy. But like I said, you don't have to take my word for it, okay? You don't have to listen to me. Don't build any muscle. Just pretend. And you'll find out in the future. Reality of things will set in. The reality.
Down to 15% or lower body fat. You can do those things consistently with people who follow your advice. From a fitness perspective, how much more good have you done? How much more valuable is that information than getting the guys to the 500 bench? Because I mean, I love that. I've had guys like Tolman did that to me. He's like, oh my God, he got a conversation with me on Facebook, like in public, and he's like, no.
He thinks he's inadequate. Got to get to 500-pound bench, but it's not natural for people. The most they can get to maybe is 400. You know that the average person, natural people lifting, they could if they push it. 400. That's a heavy bench for a natural person. And overhead press, maybe, I don't know, 200 something overhead. Like very specific things. A deadlift, 500 is a normal deadlift for a natural person. You know what I mean? These things like a squat is not unnatural to do 500. Anything above 500 becomes unnatural. And so you feel you're inadequate, got to take drugs, all right? Got to take drugs, lift a heavy weight, but you didn't do it. The drug did it.
I use your programs from my early starting at bench at like 540.
That's what's going to destroy your body. When you exceed that limit, taking a molecule, your body stops you lifting at a certain weight because it cannot handle that weight on the frame. So what do? You inject a molecule, and then you exceed that limit on your frame, and then you wonder why you're getting these injuries. Tearing up stuff, muscles are being torn up, bones breaking, whatever. Joints, your back, your spine going away. Like, what's his name? Ronnie Coleman.
Right, and he's not fat. You know, and it just kind of like, wow, okay. But those are going to be so rare. That's not what most people need right now. It really isn't. We have a problem with obesity. We have this enormous health and obesity and sedentary crisis.
Do we? Sedentary crisis and obesity. Definitely, there's an obese thing out there. It's not, I don't know how bad it is. I haven't seen that many obese people around, but yeah, there's something out there. Depends what people are eating and stuff. This whole sedentary thing, I don't know about that. It's human nature not to do too much stuff. Stress is bad for you. Yeah, you don't want to be stressed. Majority of people don't want to be stressed, bro. I don't know about sedentary. They're still doing something. They're walking. They have to eat and walk and do certain things.
All across the Western world, not just the U.S. anymore. What does the most good? Who do we need?
Who's sedentary? The people are working out there. Are you talking people that aren't working? Sedentary? The majority of people are working, so they're not sedentary. So I don't know what Blaha is talking about. Everybody has to work because they have to eat. They have to pay their mortgage or rent or whatever. So I don't know what he means by sedentary. They're working. If you're working, you're not sedentary. You mean when you come home from a hard labor job or a hard day's work, and you lay on the sofa, you're watching TV because you need to relieve the stress? That's sedentary to Blaha? He thinks you have to keep lifting. He's crazy, man. What do you mean? You mean retired people, or maybe retired people, they're sedentary. Is that it? They've become retired and now they're sedentary. They're not doing anything. Oh, yeah. They probably need some gyms and stuff, of course.
To be helping. You know, our advice has to help those people. And if we're going to help people, we can't step back and say, your milestone doesn't mean anything. Because you know what? For someone who's starting out, if you've only been training for a year and you set a goal of a 1,000-pound total, that might seem pretty difficult. That's a pretty lofty goal. When you think about how many people drop out, the majority way before they reach that. That's something that should be commended. That is something that should be commended. Just like my client who normally can't go take that walk, who walked the 6 miles yesterday.
Man, Blaha does no sports. He doesn't walk. He doesn't run. He doesn't do anything. I've never seen him do anything in sports. I've never seen him run. In my old channel, I ran in the stadium. I filmed some of it. And, you know, ice skating. I filmed some ice skating. I haven't filmed everything, like skiing and doing specific things. I should take my camera and film them. I should film when I'm skiing or, you know, ice skating, more doing sports and stuff, and running and doing a bunch of stuff, swimming and shit. I should film it. But yeah, I don't know, man. Blaha.
That's phenomenal.
This is useless. Like I said, this is gym slave mentality. Gym slave, lifting slave. You live your life in a gym and you never do the things that you love and that you enjoy to do, which is sports. I enjoy sports. That's why I did running videos on my old channel. I explain how people can run faster. I like running. I like sports. I like playing soccer, basketball. I love everything. When I go here, there's a stadium here not far away from me. When I go there in the summertime, these people that come there that work for the city, they bring out the basketballs. They sit there, they allow you to use the basketballs to play. They want you to be active. That's the whole point. Blaha thinks that the gym is the most important thing. That's not the most important thing. The most important thing is to be active, to do things that you truly love to do, like playing basketball there, running across the field, doing some calisthenics. That's why they have these bars now. They brought out these little monkey bars and shit and everything out there, these athletic bars. So you could do some calisthenics in the park. You can run on the grass. You can play soccer, play basketball. There's a court there. There's a bunch of stuff that you could do there, man. Get it? And then you can run around the track if you want. So yeah, there's even a cooling pad. Like there's just a bunch of things to do there in the park. It's being active. That's the whole point. That gives you much more pleasure, and endorphins are released, and you feel much better. And you haven't really stressed yourself out because you're doing it as stress relief. You shouldn't do anything that makes you stressful.
What is that doing for his quality of life? What is that doing for someone who's gone eating nothing but junk, being sedentary, borderline crippled, and took a 6-mile walk pain-free? We have to look at those sort of milestones and go, you know what? That's awesome. And I'm gonna do the same thing from now on. You know, I got someone who's starting out. They've been working out. And they say, I want to get to 1,000-pound total. I see it on here. We need to encourage that. And when someone reaches it, it needs to be a congratulations. None of this internet nonsense of, well, that isn't anything. I mean, I get that.
I'll congratulate people that did it naturally, normal, that they wanted to do something, for sure. I'm not congratulating people on steroids doing shit.
Elite lifts, and I get people who do that to me. Come on. There aren't many people 47 who can touch anywhere near the weights I do, so just stop. Even I deal with that. But that is such a toxic part of lifting culture, something we've got to do away with. We have to get back to building people up and uplifting them. And we've got to celebrate those intermediate milestones. We have to. Because they encourage people to do better. It gives them obtainable things to reach for. All right. That's all I have to say about that. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say.
Obtainable things to reach for, guys. Just remember that last word that he said. Obtainable things to reach for. See what I mean? That's why Blaha takes steroids, because it's unobtainable. See you in the next one. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel, helps with the algorithm. It's so unobtainable for poor Blaha. He has to fake it to make it.